Okay, so today we're going to look at join 1 of joined handwriting. The letters that we're going to use are at the top of the page. As always, make sure you're sitting comfortably and you're holding your pen or pencil correctly. We're going to start on the line. As always, we're going to write a letter I. So there's the leading line up, straight back down, and that's where the letter I would finish. Now, to do the letter N, we're going to leave our pencil on the page, but carry on with the next joining line up to the top and then complete that letter N. I'll do it again. Start on the page, start on the line, sorry, leading line up to the top, straight down for your letter I, and that's where your letter I would finish. That's where the letter N is also going to begin with its leading line up to the top, back down, up and over. And one more time, start on the line, there's your leading line up to the top, straight back down, that's where the letter I finishes. It's where the letter N is going to begin with its leading line up to the top, straight back down, up and over to finish, and then we can put the dots on. Let's try that again, this time with a letter M. So leading line for the letter I, up, straight back down, that's where your letter I finishes. It's where the leading line for the M is going to begin, diagonal up to the top, and then your letter M, as we practiced in one of the other videos. Leading line up to the top, straight back down, that's where your leading line finishes and begins for your letter M, up, back down. One more time, leading line up to the top, straight down, and put the dots on. Let's have a go this time with a letter U. It's exactly the same. So leading line, write the letter U. That's where your letter U finishes, and it's where the letter M begins. Leading line up to the top, straight back down, up and over. Again, leading line up. That's where your U finishes. It's where your leading line begins for your N. Up, up and over. One more time. And if we try that again with an M, it will look like this. There's your leading line up, down, up and over. Sorry, down. There's where your letter U finishes. It's where your leading line for your letter M will begin. Diagonal up to the top, down, up and over. Again, leading line up to the top, your letter U, down, it's where it finishes, it's where your M's going to begin with that leading line up to the top, down, up and over. One more time. And there we go. Of course, that's rather large. If you're doing it correctly between your handwriting lines, this is what it will look like. So here we've got in, and im, im, im. Look carefully, that leading line is always a diagonal line. It doesn't go down and along the line and up, it goes diagonally up to the top. And if we look at the U joins, there's un with that diagonal leading line, and diagonal leading line. All the letters are the same height. Whoops, can't see the last one. We can try some other patterns now, this time beginning with an N. So there's our leading line, it goes, there's where the N finishes, the diagonal leading line up to the top of the letter I and down. There's our letter N with its where it stops, diagonal leading line for the beginning of the letter I and down. And again, there's our letter N, that's where it finishes, the diagonal leading line for the letter I and down. It's exactly the same if we use the letter M at the beginning with a diagonal leading line and straight down. Straight down. Straight down. If we have a go now with at the proper size, this is what it would look like. So we have knees, always beginning on the line with that diagonal leading line. It's that makes it look so beautiful. Diagonal leading line straight down, always starting on the line when I begin my letters. Diagonal leading line. And moves. When you've practiced all those letters, we can have a go at writing some sentences now. We can either do it twice the size, so that we make sure that we get all those lowercase letters exactly the same size. Or when you're feeling confident, that's not joined by the way, I just happened to start where I'd finished. Or when you're feeling confident, you can do it the correct size. It's much harder because you don't have a line to guide where those lowercase letters are, but try and make sure that they're all the same size. So if you put a ruler across, it will be the same height. These are my two favourite words to write with this collection of letters, just because of the flow. And it really gets that up-down movement working in your hands, that diagonal join at minim. And this one is my most favourite of all. It's hard to read if you don't put the dots on. Minimum. Look at all those fantastic diagonal joins. That's what you want to be aiming for all the time. Have a practice. Remember, practice makes perfect.